Right, welcome back to the channel, and getting on with more rust repair. And I've already noticed I've made a cock up. So what I've done is gone ahead and so last time when we was working on this, we did the inner panel on the fuel filler. This is my repair panel for the arch, and then it came with a small sliver to go on the inside of this lip here, just on this inside bit. So I put the clamp to it and put it all up there and offed it up, and I have been prattling about with this for probably about an hour, and realised that the maybe not so much. I did the rust what was in there, I trimmed off, tried to get some back to some good material. So and it looks like there's not much good material there, so I put the infill piece in. I'm going to put a couple of marks on it, remove the outer, and then the small infill piece I want to try and like join that back up and then put the outer on. I think that's the way to do it. Or I could do like the spot welds to this outer arch piece, so this bit here, to maybe put a few spot welds through here. I'm not sure. Or I could, like, you could just clamp it down and weld that inner edge, because I will probably end up getting like an arch rolling machine, or borrowing one. I think I know someone who's got one, so I can potentially, I'm pretty sure you can put 18s on this, so I want to get some like 18-inch wheels, so if I can roll the edge, and that give me a bit more space to play with. So let's get on with sorting out my mess and carrying on with welding this rusty car up. So right, let's crack on. Right, so hopefully, oh god, maybe not, maybe I'm going to have to put a tack down there, clamp that side up. Oh, I am making a pig's ear of this at the moment. Right, I'm going to get the old tacker out. We'll tack a couple of bits, that might help. So we'll tack a few bits on. I should be able to release some clamps, mole grips, whatever. Oops, we've turned the gas on. Right. Right, I think I'm going to make a little infill piece to go in there. That should stiffen that up and keep that in its right position. So before I disturb it too much more, I'll lower it down just a touch more. Oh, I should have marked, or I just marked that, but I didn't. That goes somewhere there. Right, so didn't really record this bit, but I've just hacked that bit out of the arch, so that is it from that side. And yeah, you can just about see that there. Take you on the inside. Yeah, so I've got to try and make that bit now. So I'm starting to run out of metal. I think this is going to take a lot of metal, this car. But here we go. So that's the bit I'm going to try and make up next. And get that bit in there, and then I want to, this is what we've got so far, is repaired all that. So quite happy with that. Alright, so let's get on and make this next bit. So that was what was left of my rotten panel, and you can see it's just little spot welds where they've boogered a bit in there and shaped a bit of plate up, and that was behind it. So I've cut all that out. I'm debating, obviously I've got to try and shape this little bit, but do I bash this flat to give me a better kind of shape, or just try and make it roughly on here and then just cut it into suit? So I know that bit's reasonably, oh, don't know, tempted to hammer that flat and then lay that on the, bollocks to it, let's do it. There you go. That's a little bit better. Right. So that was that way. Confusing myself, that's not difficult. I think that'll do. So just cut this bit out and then see what a pig's ear I can make of that. Right, let's go and offer that bit in there and then see what kind of shapes we can come up with, or we just trim it in a bit more and then just try and peel it with, or smash it over with the hammer to get this top shape, which I haven't got now because I've flattened it. Sharpie. Sneak that bit off. Alright, and I did give this a coat of like just some good paint really to protect what's in there, even though I am going to kind of get in there with the wax oil and stuff like that when it's all done, but something like that's going to be better. So I'm going to get this marked up and I'll punch some holes all around here so we can join that together, and hopefully that's... I don't really want to disturb that line, so I might cut this panel along there, because that's a good line, so why would we do that? Right, so let's whip that off. I've decided we're going to cut that, so let's get that cut off, get it back up there, remark it, and I've got to remark this bit here where that comes round. Then we should be able to just give it a final mark and get this jammed on here. I had to go and get another bottle of gas, so this is a new one, so get this one on and then get on with putting this outer wheel arch on. And then that is going to be it for this week. But as per usual, stuff goes wrong. Keep hold of that bit, might come in handy, and it's got a little flange, slightly flange piece on it, so I might be able to use it somewhere else to repair some more rust. Right, so we've got to try and work out to mark that somehow. So let's try and find something to mark that with. Hopefully that'll be enough, so I don't cock it up. Not bad. Well, it's good enough for marking that cut out. Hopefully that'll be close enough, and then it'll be the final markup.
That should give me.
Right, we'll cut that off, whip that bit off, and then hopefully the last time we go on there is a final mark up, but I'll clamp it up a bit more. And actually we have to mark along there somehow. So I might rasher that bit off, because what's the point of coming down there when I've already done it? So should we mark that while we're here? Yeah. Let's be brave. Might have to go on once more, but let's just get on. Let's get on. Got stuff to do. Should I fluke that? How close that cut is. That could have been catastrophic, couldn't it? I'd already cut this there, look, and I've marked it along there. And I know the original bit was up there, and I've literally guessed when I put that up earlier. That was lucky, right? So that lines up pretty good. That bit there needs coming off. Right, quite happy. Oh, that's not bad. It's better than I thought it was going to be. Right, let's scribe around that and I'm actually going to mark it with my black pen actually around the outside and then scribe through that. So hopefully, because this is ever so slightly different. Not bad. Right, just put a couple of other marks on there just as some kind of reference, because the problem is as you tack it, it starts to try and move, which is a pain in the ass. Well, from the look of it, it's a little bit slightly that way, but we're talking millimetres. I think that should be fine. Got all these lights on in here and I cannot see. Right, got the magic hole punching tool. Is it going to be any good? Right, I'll get a drill and I'm just going to drill them out just a bit bigger so I can just get a bit more penetration with my weld. Oh, yeah. Oh, please be good. Right. Hopefully. Right, so we can come this way. Oh, dearie. Right, so now it's the painful bit of just trying to space out your welds in between. Too bad. So for you this will take minutes, for me this is going to take quite a while, so just like randomly trying to fill in all the little bits, like start here, just do a little bit there, like do a little bit up here, blah blah, carry on, and then clean it up, and then the same process when you clean it up, try not to clean it up too viciously so you don't put too much heating to it. Game of patience, and I ain't good at that, so let's get on with that. Right, so that's that panel on. I've done a good load of cleaning up. I couldn't be bothered to bore you with the grinding, so oh my god, I'm gonna break my neck. And as usual, I haven't got much room in here, so but yeah, that's it. So that's the inner one done. This inner, some repair pieces in there, which still need a little bit of tidying up some of it, but that's all good. So yeah, again, that's it for this week then. So I've probably the lower quarter, might start this lower quarter piece next down here. So, but if not, it'll be moving on to the other side, doing the other seal, the other arch, probably finding more rust and all that other crap. So yeah, so like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you next time.